Hey, what's up, everyone? Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye here, and I have not done an eye critique in a super duper long time. Basically, you send your images into me, and I critique them. And yeah, so I wanted to go over one for this week. I'm going to bring back this series very, very soon. I had a lot more submissions come in. I just haven't really had a ton of time to sit here and go through photos. But yeah, I wanted to do one this week. I think it'd be a cool midweek video. So let's dive into it. Let's have some fun. And we have a set of images from, hope I'm saying your name right, Nosayer. Don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm sorry. But yeah, we have some cool things. Let's dive into it right now. So thank you for sending in these images, and just, before anything starts, if you guys want to send in your images and have them critiqued, just give my honest opinion on them, please do so. Send them to eric@ericrossi.com and just tell me what gear you're using and that I have permission to review these on YouTube, just in case. So we have a set of images here, and we have Nasir, who was using his iPhone 4S, I think, or iPhone 4. And yeah, so I'm just going to kind of run through these, right now. The first thing I'm going to notice, and I went through your photos really quickly, is that you have your little watermark here. I just get rid of it. I'm not really a big fan of watermarks. It detracts from your work because it can get a little distracting. Yes, it's small, but no one's going to steal your image, so just don't worry about it. Get rid of that. So let's see. You chose to use your iPhone. That's the reason why I wanted to go through this critique, because you tried to do something very, very difficult, not using a DSLR and going that route. So we have right here a nice set of flowers. One thing I did notice through your set is you can see light really nicely. Now, if this was taken with a DSLR, it'd be way, way more sharp. It wouldn't be as grainy, because the image quality of this just is not, it's not the greatest. I even downloaded it, and it's just not, you could tell that it was shot with a phone, because you try to get really, really close up and magnify things, and it just really pixelated everything. So while I liked it very, very shrunken down and short and meant for a phone, really, really blown up at a really nice size, it doesn't work out. But the lighting would look very nice, but it's just extremely grainy and pixelated. Now, once again, I know, as I said, I said that you can see the light well, and you did, because this was probably taken at a golden hour, but I don't like the selective color in this. I like the environment you had. If this could have either been a straight up black and white, it looks like you kind of went sepia toned, but then you colorized the middle where the sun was or something. I don't do that. To me, that's just very, very amateurish. I would not recommend that, because I really like this environment here, and I think it's even with your iPhone, I think you captured something really, really nice. Just everything is set up well, and I really like the juxtaposition between this side being very, very busy and then this side being very, very minimal. But yeah, it's just like the color here doesn't work well. Down here it just doesn't make sense. So either stick with color. I like the fact that you took away the color for the most part. I would either went full black and white, maybe even more sepia, but you don't need to do this. And if you really wanted this, I would leave this in color. Selective color does not work, and it's just not really, really professional to me. I like the overall image. It's just, it doesn't work for me, because that really, really took away from it. Now, this is cool. Yeah, it might be a little over edited. See, this is where this hurts this is where your watermark really, really hurts what you're doing, because my eye went to this first, because you're using a leading line, and at the beginning it's your freaking watermark. So get rid of it. Don't worry about it. Watermarks are extremely, extremely overrated. But overall, I love the scene here. I love this stuff, the use of space, everything. And even with your iPhone, you were still able to achieve a great depth of field. I think most iPhones shoot at f2.4 anyway. So you have a really, really nice scene here. Once again, it's not the sharpest thing in the world, because it was done with the phone, but you could probably get this printed 5x7, maybe an 8x10 with a little bit of a white edge crop, and you could get this usable. Anything bigger, I don't think it would be. But this is a really, really nice image. I like the tone of it, and I like how you go from warm to blue. Leading line works great, just those small things. Now here, once again, I can tell it's taken with the phone, because it's extremely, extremely grainy right here. But I do like the environment. I like that how this guy back here, it goes from dark to light, or however you want to take it. And it's a really, really nice environmental shot. So this is like a very, very journalistic. I really, really like this. I like the thick black and white tone of this. Yeah, I mean, it's a really, really killer shot. Maybe I wish he was kind of doing something more with his head, like looking or doing whatever, but it's a strong shot to me. I really, really like this. I think this is one of your tops in the set because it's just legit. Typical shoe shot, it's okay. I mean, this is done a lot, shoes on stairs and all that kind of stuff. It's a nice black and white. I'm glad you didn't use like a selective color or something, but yeah, it doesn't do much for me, stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's a very, very great depth of field you have with your iPhone here, but I feel like majority of it might have been faked in post or something because I can see it's maybe a little inconsistent. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really have a critique past that because I have no idea what that said. So sorry about that. Yeah, so once again, you moved your watermark, just get rid of the watermark. This would have been a stronger shot if you did a selective color. I think you kind of killed it, and I think you made dodge and burn this light a lot. The reason I don't like it is because it's really selective color, and it would have been really awesome if you had both things in focus with a greater depth of field. Once again, it's hard to achieve with the iPhone. You could have actually probably just selected it on this, and you would have been perfect. But yeah, this doesn't do much for me just because of its editing in our reality. But I really would have liked to see the other building in focus, the dimension, and what the sky looked like because it looks pretty dramatic. We have this once again. It's way over edited. It's way over saturated. You gotta tone down on that because you had some nice light coming in up on the left over here. So I really would have kept this more natural. I wouldn't have done a black and white, but you really upped the reds. And everything. You really went crazy on your saturation and your sliders, and I would, because you said you're using Lightroom, I would really, really tone back on that in my opinion. It's just way too overdone for me. So yeah, that's nice. Now this is a beautiful shot. This is nice. I mean, it'd be cool, I guess, maybe if I don't even know if you need people. Once again, get rid of your watermark. But I like the environment. Yeah, it might be a little oversaturated, but these kind of cool little white tiles here look nice, and this is your leading line. This is your golden hour. This is what I mean by keeping it in color. This is what you should have here instead of this, where it doesn't look as good. It looks very, very amateur. Whereas to this works out a lot. It's extremely great light. You shot at the perfect time for this, and I really, really enjoy it. This looks very, very new right here. Then you go down to some cracks and everything down the road. This tells a nice little story, and you're able to capture it with your iPhone, and that is really, really great. Once again, you don't need to fake a shot like the other thing with selective color, because if you have to do something, if you have to really manipulate your image to make an impact, you didn't take a good photo. But with this one, I really, really enjoy that one. And I don't know what this is at all, but it has great symmetry. It's got lines. I'm guessing it's a fence, a really, really macro of a fence or something. It's cool. I mean, it doesn't really do much for me. There's no story. There's not much to it, but it's a really close, great macro shape shot. So don't know what you're going for, but your two favorite photos to me is this one. I really do like the environmental feel of this one. And also this one, I really, really enjoy the landscape, the environment, and the lighting you have. Once again, there could have been a little bit more, maybe a little more brighter, but the natural work really, really worked. This had great potential. It's just not fully there for me. And the selective color just doesn't work for me because this would have been a nice shot right here, but it just didn't work out. So that's all I got. Now, Sarah, don't take any of this, too personal. I'm just trying to help you out. You do have a keen eye for things. It's not just snapshots, and it shows because you're looking at lighting, but it's just you're working against yourself in a way, and you're editing against what you're trying to do. So thank you so much for sending in your images. If you have any other questions, you can email me back, or if anyone wants to comment on these pictures, please comment down below. Once again, you guys can send these in to me at eric@ericrossi.com. Send in 5 to 10. Send me a Flickr link or something, and I'll go from there. I'm going to bring back the iCritique series a little bit more, but I really wanted to do it now, and it's really, really cool to see him take photos with his iPhone 4. You can do a lot of great things with your phone. That's why I love Instagram, @theguyWithTheEye. Follow me. If I see you follow me, I'll follow you back. And yeah, so let's go from there. Eric Rossi, the guy with the eye. Nasser, once again, hopefully I'm saying your name correctly or somewhat close. You have a really good eye for things. you're just working too hard against yourself to get something really, really great, in my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Have a good one. Send in your images. See you next time.